Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDN TV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
The Niger Delta Student Union Government Nidsug, on behalf of the entire student community in the region, extend its profound gratitude to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his bold and visionary approval of the South-South Development Commission. This timely move rekindles hope for the inclusive growth and balanced development in the South-South region and signal a renewed commitment to addressing the core issues that have blocked our communities for decades. However, while we appreciate this gesture at the federal level, we must also speak to the pressing and disheartening realities confronting the students in the Niger Delta region. We call on the NDDC, under the leadership of Chief Dr. Samuel Ogboko, to urgently take meaningful steps to meet with the genuine needs of the Niger Delta students. Yes, we acknowledge the NDDC Overseas Scholarship. It is a nice initiative, and we also acknowledge that they are about to start local scholarship. But what we are calling on the Commission is to integrate Niger Delta Student Union Government into these activities, because doing that, you will get the required results that you want. Even when people will be ready to question the credibility of such programs, the union and the student community will be there to stand by you to say, we are witness to it. It is SYZ. So it is a passionate appeal that we want to be integrated into the activities that have to do with students in the NDDC. We're talking about scholarship. Kudos to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for bringing student loan. Yes, but it is not enough, because most of our schools, not just most, the state schools are not captured. So we appeal to NDDC and every other parastatals, local content, and NPDC, TEFON, and more. We came up, as a union, we came up with a project called Niger Delta Student Bursary and Scholarship Program to reward those who are actually in need of scholarship. I acknowledge the fact that NDDC have done, according to what we see on the media, series of trainings and all that. What we are appealing is, don't group us with the youth, give us our own students, because we occupy a large number in the region. Give us our own. Let the student bodies come together. What initiative do you want? We will come up with them and give you. And things like this is what will make us sing your praises. We are also using this medium to appeal for a union boss. And the good thing about this union boss, outside giving transportation and accessibility, it's also a PRO to the Commission. Employment opportunities. It will be good, yes, kudos to some state governors who are already employing our scholars within the state. It will be good for the Commission and every other parastatal to look inward in employing our students, because we have students who are very intelligent, who are tech-driven. If you check the statistics in this country today, Niger Delta have the highest number of students who are tech-driven. And also, we also recommend appointment of a credible hand being SA students. And we, the student leaders, we want to also be the one to recommend 5 to 10 persons for him for him to not choose who he likes. Because we want a student representative or an SA student who is a true comrade, who understands the pain of both those in the classroom, both those in diaspora, and even those our students who study in the creek. We advocated for hostels across our region, and thank you, NEDC gave us hostel at that time. But now, you will shed tears to see the state some of these hostels are. When I assumed office, I went around the 9 states of the region to check up on these hostels. These hostels, so many of them are unkept, so many of them look abandoned, so many of them look they're not maintained. So we have asked a series of questions. The commission should tell us, because the hostel is our property, it's for us. Who is in charge of the maintenance of the hostel? We want to know who we will hold accountable of the poor state of this hostel. Is it the school management or is it NEDC? If it is the school management, we will all mobilize and ask questions and demand our property to be maintained. You cannot see other school hostels being maintained and well kept, and the NEDC hostel is being not in good shape. If it is the NEDC, we appeal to them to take up maintenance culture for these hostels. And funny enough, some schools have made these hostels to be a cash cow that even the Niger Delta sons and daughters cannot even afford an NEDC hostel that was built to help solve problem of accommodation for our students in the region. We're talking about books and learning materials support, talking about our students with disabilities. There is a comprehensive report of what our students with disability needs in their schools to aid them, to aid their movements. For example, there are some of our schools that have disabled students who are attending. Some of them have to climb steps, look for people to carry them to climb steps. But there are some measures that you will put in place to aid these students, and also to give them special space in terms of youth and student development. Furthermore, we call on Nigeria Content Development and Monitoring Board, NCDMB, the Niger Delta Basin Authority, the Nigeria National Petroleum Company, NNPCL, PTDF, MPDC, ITF, TEFON, and all multinationals and indigenous companies operating in Niger Delta to urgently revisit and reposition their corporate social responsibilities framework. It is time to invest massively in education-driven programs and student-focused intervention. And doing this, you can't do it alone without consulting with the student communities. We frown at every move of giving us watery programs that we call scam. The continued dormancy in this area is unacceptable, and we, the students of Niger Delta, are ready to resist all form of institutional neglect. Let it be made clear, the students of Niger Delta will no longer tolerate indifference, tokenism, or intimidation. We remain united, courageous, and committed to the safeguarding and future of our region. We acknowledge the fact that the above mentioned institutions and commissions and agencies have done some student-related programs, and most especially to point out the PTDF, that the Niger Delta student is being marginalized through their actions and their programs. We have made our findings that all the programs they have done, not up to 2% of Niger Delta students do benefit it. And if you say we are lying, please publish the names of all your beneficiaries in your overseas scholarship and empowerment. We use this medium to appeal to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to please call on all these agencies mentioned. Let there be a report card from them all, and the union is ready to answer any questions and bring out facts and fact figures to prove that Niger Delta students are truly marginalized. Let it be point clear to the multinationals. Niger Delta Student Union governments are committed to joining hands in the growth of the region and Nigeria.
I would like to add voice to the rates of dropout in Nigeria and of course in the Niger Delta region. If we have some successes, in Niger Delta region, that can be accrued to the success of the commission in itself. Dropout is not just in tertiary institution alone, it's both at the primary and the secondary school level. So it's also very important that as a commission, while considering tertiary institution, the primary and secondary school students at that level should not be left behind. We have a number of them at the streets because their parents could not afford school fees or what have you. If credence is also given to the tertiary institution, also of great importance should it be to the primary and the secondary school students.
I deal directly with the students. I know what they suffer. I know their grievances. I know how many persons are now dropouts because these persons are coming from creeks. Most of their parents has no job. So most of these persons, they have nothing to eat. They have no money for their textbooks, no money for school fees. Some of them, they fold up their bags, they fold up their items, they go back home. And believe me, these persons go back to the creek. They'll keep bombing this creek because they were trying to get a better life, but because the government, the organizations in the Niger Delta region has not been helping. So they go back and continue with the other ways. You understand? So this is also a big problem to us.
In the past, we used to have NDDC monthly entrepreneurship and leadership training, but now where is it? Politics upon politics have been brought in. The union was designed as an avenue or a platform whereby the leadership and entrepreneurship potentials of the Niger Delta students will be harnessed, and their human capital development, their human capital will be harnessed and developed. But to this extent now, the leadership of the Niger Delta Student Union, led by our national president, Comrade Scott Ogusheri, has not been recognized. We want him to be given the necessary attention so that all his activities and programs or projects can be carried out. So that relationship that has been broken down irretrievably. We don't have faction in the union. There is never impostors or an imposters groups that is parading himself anywhere. This is the leadership that were elected by the entire nine state students that form the Niger Delta region as the president. So we are calling on them, not just NDDC, but the other organizations of the federal government and the multinational to give him the due recognition so that he can implement all the programs that the student has given to him to implement.
Inside the Niger Delta,